Hey, yo! You already know what it is, man. It's time for that hour or less or more of power. You feel what I'm saying? Depending on what we do. Welcome to TKC Sicko Mode. I'm Evan L.G. Francis, a.k.a. Mr. Go to Work, a.k.a. King Francis, founder and leader of the Kingpin Collective. And I'm never by myself. I'm never alone. I'm with my brother right here, the executive advisor at TKC, educator, producer, director, wrestling savant, the whole nine. Xavier Lascano, what's good, my brother?
Hey.
We are 2 weeks away from Forbidden Door. Well, now a week.
Mm-hmm.
Now a week. Like a week and a half. Great show. The great show. This was really good.
This show has definitely made me excited for Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
From top to bottom, this is it almost felt like a go home show.
It was awesome. It was really good.
Yeah.
We got more progression in the Owen. You get what I'm saying? We had an all-star 12-man tag. You know, we had Kenny Omega in the building. There was a lot of great stuff here. A lot of great stuff. The Death Riders Brodito match was really good. Everything was really good. I am excited for Forbidden Door. AEW, man, it's just like when they're hitting, they're hitting. And right now they're hitting. Like I said, we were talking about this last time about Double or Nothing and all that, right? And now here we are heading into Forbidden Door. The excitement is ramping up again.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, let's jump in.
My goodness. All right. So first things first. There is some build up as far as the mystery. We're not sure who's going to be on Jay Briscoe's team for the Forbidden Door event.
Or MJF's, right?
Or MJF's.
So we started with MJF.
That's right. So MJF is in a crowded room, as it were, with the Don Callis family. And one by one, spoiler alert, because those are his only, he has no friends, associates. His employees, I should say, are brought up. His contract, they're contractors.
Yeah.
Are brought up. And so you have... I'm gonna save one for last. I'm gonna try to go in.
Well,
order.
he was addressing people. So first one he addressed Kevin Knight, correct?
He talks about how much he respects Kevin Knight's willingness to stab people in the back to get what he wants.
Which is hilarious.
Like the fact that he's just out there with it is great.
Yeah.
And then what's really funny is he then goes, and you're one of the best prospects on the roster. But then he turns away as he says it, looks at Kyle Fletcher, which was a great kind of snub to Kevin Knight in a sense. It's like, you're crafty. You're great. No, and he basically has all these like great things to say about all the heels except for Swerve. He has some tough words for Swerve. And I appreciate AEW's willingness to break the tradition of all the heels have to get along, and all the faces have to get along. There's nuances there, and honestly, after tonight, I kind of think that Swerve is more tweener than heel.
And I mean, that's fair. I can see it.
Well,
he's not full blown.
Yeah,
I don't think he's done anything mega heelish like he has before. Has he?
I mean, he did attack he did
the Omega a little bit, right? And then but even then, he's more so in the pursuit of power, which I understand. And when you are in the pursuit of power, sometimes you're gonna do things that are unsafe, or you're gonna do things that everybody don't agree with. Would I call him a full on heel? I don't know, but
I think he's definitely a tweener.
Yeah,
right now,
but they basically picked the members of the 12-man All-Star team, correct? And also, I believe those guys are also going to be involved in the cage match at Forbidden Door.
Yes.
So it was a twofold thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, this was good. Andrade was like, when he got picked, because obviously Kevin Knight, Okada, Fletcher... and then Andrade? It was It was 2 more, wasn't it? It was only
Well, it's a total of 6.
Yeah.
So MJF is,
he's the lead.
is the lead.
Then you have Fletcher.
Yeah, Fletcher, Kevin Knight,
Okada. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I mean. Andrade, obviously. So that's that. And then there was one fucking more. What was the other guy?
Oh, it was Doyle.
They were Doyle. Because I wanted to say Mark Davis so bad, but no, it was Jake Doyle.
Yeah, it's Doyle. I really, appreciate Andrade's reaction to being called up. He did not want to be on this team.
No, he wants the title match.
He
wants
like,
the match.
I don't. And then, I like how his catchphrase is so over.
How you know?
How do you know? How do you know?
How you know?
Love it.
Yeah, that's dope.
Love it. People like him too much to be in the Don Callis family. He's getting ejected real soon.
But you see it, right?
Yeah.
It's coming. But then Don basically tell him, do the match. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be a world champion, but do the match. And that's set. Now, from there, because we're just gonna go straight in. From there, the premier athletes, Tony Nese is already in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know who he was facing, but boy, oh boy, he got the match that he was asking for, right?
Yeah.
Kenny
Omega and
impromptu.
I'm not gonna lie. I honestly feel so bad whenever I see a talent put in that position, local guy or not. I just be like, because you could argue and say, well, he got recognition being out there, but then like he didn't get a chance. Squash matches do not give you a chance to show what you can do.
That's why we're not gonna rate it.
Yeah. It
was pretty much a squash.
Shout out to you guys, who are doing these matches. I know it you get seen, you get paid, and I'm rooting for you to be able to show more someday. That's just always.
I'm always gonna say this, right? Let Leo be an example of what you should do partially, because I still feel like that man deserves wins. But when something works, if you're bringing people from ROH, see if it works and then give them more time. I don't think that you can see how things work unless somebody gets like some offense in.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. But if Tony Nese was just a placeholder, because I've seen Tony Nese in like other places. He was in the Cruiserweight Classic in WWE some years ago. Phenomenal athlete.
Yeah, he
could use 5 minutes. You could do 5 minutes. You can really do 5 minutes and give him a little bit of something, and still have Kenny go through his greatest hits and finish the shit off, and still come with the same thing that you did.
And I definitely would like to see more of that. Like, it's fine if the guy loses, but I think if you can get an interesting match out of a guy, why not?
But we're not gonna cover all that. One winged angel. Wait a minute. V-trigger, one winged angel. Bam, it's over.
But the aftermath,
that was with the interesting part.
Yes,
is when you get TMDK, who we are familiar with.
Zack Sabre Jr., one of my favorite. As a matter of fact, my favorite British wrestler of all time.
And they're going to be wrestling Kenny Omega and Zack Sabre Jr. at Forbidden Door.
Ooh, God.
That's going to be a banger.
That's going to be amazing.
That's going to be a banger.
One of the greatest technical wrestlers to ever walk this earth versus the self-proclaimed wrestling god. It's going to
be crazy.
Yeah.
That has show stealer potential right there. It really does. But Kenny basically is saying, you got something I want, you got something I want, right? I got something you want, vice versa. You are the best technical wrestler walking today, this, that, and the third. So me having that feather in my cap, beating you is important. I'm one of the greatest of all time. You beating me is just as important, right? So this is for bragging rights. We know what the stakes are, and we know this is going to be a banger. So I ain't got nothing much to say about it. Not much more to say about it.
A minor note: I do appreciate the fact that the Bucks and Jack Perry came out to support, because he was a little outnumbered at one point, and I haven't seen Zach in a long time, so I don't know if his faction is heel or not. But that was a good move to be like, hey,
I think he's gonna work heel. I think they're gonna work heel. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean, here, because Kenny's just Kenny.
That makes sense.
But, everybody, especially because it's a more knowledgeable crowd in the AEW stuff, we know who he is. We know what he does. He has the respect. But, this is home base.
Yeah.
So, Kenny, Zach, that's going to be a killer match. We can move on.
We
can move on. That was a squash match. We ain't got to do too much with it. What's next?
Always appreciate seeing the Elite form up.
Yep.
Let's see. All right. So after that, we have Oh, I also want to point out that banter between Don Callis and MJF, where he's like, "How many times have you beaten?"
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. No, seriously.
And MJF also referencing the fact that he can't, he would face Hangman Page, but Page can't.
Yeah, I like.
I keep waiting for Page to just come out of the woodwork and do some shit. I think he's gonna make his shit back at some point.
It's gonna happen.
All right, so after that we got this tag team match was dope. The Daniel Garcia and John Moxley versus Bro Dito. We haven't seen Brodito compete in a year now?
Been almost a year.
My goodness.
And damn, how quick that year passed, because I would have thought it would have been like 6 months, but no, it's about a year.
It felt more like 6 months than a year, but time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, no, they've been doing really well with both of them. They in the single sense, like Brody King has been able to do some really cool stuff. Bandito has been doing some amazing shit too. So as singles, they work. But it's cool to see him as a tag team again. This match was really fun.
It's funny. They essentially did with them what we were talking about a possibility could have been for Kevin Knight, Speedball, Mike Bailey earlier, which is, break them off, let them do their own things, and then bring them back together when they have a potential relevant run.
Every team don't need a bitter breakup or anything like that. Y'all can still coexist and do these things.
And team up later.
Yeah. And so this was a fun match, man. And this was... What?
I want to say that I think the reason that we get this kind of tag team relationship in AEW is because AEW is sports minded that way. It's fair. They don't need to interject conflict between the team in order to make it believable that no, Brody King would like a solo. It's of course Brody, of course Bandito's gonna be jealous. No, it's just they totally support each other.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, right? But like I said, great match. Mm-hmm. Great tag action. I love the dynamics. Bandito's, like I said, a machine. Brody King was killing shit. John Moxley is, like I said, he's the ace of AEW. That's what I would call him. Boy, them chops that Brody was laying in on him, though, god damn. It was just some good action here. And I like, Moxley's in a middle ground to me, to where it's on a physical level, to where it's he could pull off a brawl with Brody King because he's not super, super small, but he can also kind of go around, use his speed, and do all these other things, right? So, and that's what I felt was the thing here was just that the Death Riders are a team, right? But you're going against the former tag team champions. Mm-hmm. These guys barely have been beaten. Brodito's a fucking great tag team in AEW, so I'm not mad. I'm kind of surprised that they won here. I'm a little surprised, but I'm not surprised because of what I just said. But the Death Riders are the Death Riders, so. But I always like when you have a result that you don't necessarily always expect, but it makes sense, right? It makes sense because once again, they're the more natural tag team. And they've actually won tag team gold and all that stuff. Daniel Garcia and John Moxley haven't. So as a team,
they're more seasoned.
Yeah, and that's all it came down to.
Yeah,
and that's all it came down to.
I appreciate it. Was definitely for me a loss that made sense. Mm-hmm. I also want to point out here that further pushing the entire group into facedom. There's that moment where Brody. Where there's the dancing going on with Brody and Bandito, and then so Garcia decides to he basically goes no, and then he does his own dance, and then we hadn't seen him do that in a while. It's there's a bit of levity here.
Yeah.
All right, I like how everyone just
it was cool
giving their opportunity to kind of in that faction to show how much face they have become or becoming,
and how much personality they actually have. Because I feel like when they were doing their heel run, most of these guys are just super serious and like, you know, kind of monotone. And so now people kind of get to show themselves a little bit more, show their personality, and it works. It works. It's fine. That's the arc of the Death Riders right now that we talked about for the past few weeks.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, so I have no problems with this match. I thought this shit was fun as hell. Bandito was doing phenomenal shit. That top row moonsault to the outside, the splashes, the everything, then turn around and do press slams. He was being Bandito.
A one-arm press slam that you think that a guy his stature and size could not do, and he's like,
and he's just killing it, right? So, no, this was great. This was a great mixture of styles, good chemistry, great pace. The action was great. Great match. All together, what would you rate that match?
You know, I give it. Oh my goodness! Like I'm gonna give it a 4.2.
I'll go ahead and match that. I really like this. I thought this was because this was to me the true opener of the show.
Yeah, that other thing was just a skip.
It was just the warm up thing. You know what I'm saying? It was just a little introduction to the introduction. 4.2. Yeah, let's go.
So moving on, there's a segment, and just to point out, I'm not gonna lie, they were making a big deal about it being a miss. They're making a big deal about who on earth is Briscoe going to bring into his team. And like if you've been watching long enough, you're like, oh, obviously the conglomeration and or whoever's left because you know Willow's out on an injury, and then then we cut to Procada, you know, addressing the situation, and they're like, well, we know who's not going to be on your team, and Ishii's out there laid out. I'm like, damn it, I don't see enough Ishii as it is.
Yeah, I was a little mad at that. Ishii's a beast. He's a dog,
so annoyed,
bro. And the crazy thing about him, you would think just kind of like with his build and all that stuff that he don't put on bangers. That nigga consistently puts on bangers. Like him and Okada constantly have great matches. Him and whoever he's in the ring with, really, they have great matches. So it sucks that Ishii ain't gonna be a part of it.
I was so mad. I was like, fuck, man. I mean, you could have given Orange Cassidy a break. We see him. I love him, but I mean, we see him all the time.
To the sun, you know what I mean?
Like, I love him, but we see him a lot. Like, we don't see Ishii much. So just rotate other folks in.
That's fair.
But other than that, it was a great segment. It definitely did what it was supposed to do. It pissed me off. Good job on that, guys.
There you go.
All right, so next up, Tommaso Ciampa.
Talking about Jericho.
Yep, and he's just like,
pretty good promo.
I hate you because you're silly.
Yeah.
You's a silly bitch. And that's all
pretty much
I have to say.
If you're going to be that, then don't even come over here because I'm going to take your head off, basically. But if you want to be that guy with the killer instinct and all that shit, then maybe we could do something. So I thought that was solid. Solid.
I really did like when he did the 1,000 Reasons I Hate Jericho call back to the 1,001 Holes I Know.
Yeah.
Armbar.
Yeah. No, seriously.
Oh my goodness. All right, next up, the dogs are gonna come out, and you know the War Dogs are gonna. Well, they don't really call them War Dogs; just call them the Dogs. But I call them War Dogs. War Dogs are coming out to cut a promo, and they try to abuse the tech staff back there, and they find out the tech staff is actually Adam Copeland in disguise.
Yeah.
Turns around and they're like, oh shit. Turn around again and it's Christian.
Yep. Clock the fuck out
They beat them from backstage on down to the front.
From the rooter to the tutor, man. From the rooter to the tutor. It was crazy.
Edge was lined up getting ready to spear Clark, and then Clark got pulled up by Finley just at the right moment. I was like, all right.
Right at the right moment.
Ooh.
Bro. Now we want to see it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Well done.
And like, I really appreciate the reference to Fit Finley. You know?
Yeah.
When he's just like, You're supposed to, it was a Christian Cage. It's like, I know you're all thinking I'm going to talk about your mothers. But he's just like, no, I'm not. And he says, oh, by the way, like, Finley, you're supposed to be your father's gift to the world, to the wrestling world. He would have been better off if he just let you drip down his leg. I was like, oh my God.
Craziness.
Oh.
Christian always got the singers, though.
That was, that line in particular that just felt biblical scorch. Like,
That's
it
real.
felt like,
That's real.
like a Greek insult.
This was
Jeez.
this was a fun segment though. Like I said, I'm looking forward to the match. It's gonna be some shit.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be dope. The promo was solid. I appreciate that they referenced the APA, and it wasn't the Hardys. It was anyway. But yeah, no, they call back to
a few of the tag teams. I know what you're
a few of the tag teams. And that was dope. And then like, here we go. And then Tekla has a promo right after this. And she's like, yeah, I got fired from Japan and I know that she calls out her future would be opponent, correct?
Starlight Kid, who she hasn't beaten when they were in Japan, when they were in Stardom. Tekla has not beaten her, so that's what makes it interesting, right? So it's like, obviously I got Forbidden Door, I got Tekla.
Oh yeah,
but
same.
It does make it intriguing, and it makes it like, okay, and especially after I watched what happened in the Owen in this night, I'm really excited for that title match, because if Hazuki can do what she did, and we'll get to that later, I'm so excited for what Starlight's gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that Tekla beats her, but it isn't clean.
I could see that,
because for her, she's a heel for one, but also I think to me, if you're already heel and you can't beat this person clean, and you have a faction, you gonna use your faction.
You gonna use your faction. Yeah, she's got more firepower. I mean, I believe she was a part of a faction in Japan too, but she wasn't the lead. And so that's the difference here. And ever since she's come to AEW, she's been on a tear. So she was doing her thing in Japan, but I think this is a different beast, And so Starlight's gonna find out, but I think Starlight's gonna have a fucking banger of a match.
Oh yeah, I think it's not gonna be easy.
No, it's not
gonna be easy for Tekla. It's fucking hell.
No, at all. But yeah, I had a great time with her promo.
She's like, I run it here. It was good.
And she cuts a good promo. She really cuts a great promo. She's one of the few women who her promos can carry her through most of the time to her title matches. She does wrestle in between, but she's one of the ones where I'm okay with her just cutting promos for a minute and then put her in matches when you put her in matches.
When the matches are banger.
Yeah. So she puts on great shit. So she's one of the ones that I'm like, okay, post Forbidden Door. I'm looking at we'll get to it, but I'm looking at the women's Owen. I'm thinking that it's either going, I don't know if Maya World, because Maya World got some really good victories in this tournament so far. She's been upsetting a lot of people. She upset Sky Blue. She did a few things.
And now she's taking on her mentor.
She's taking on Athena. I don't think that she's going to get that one.
No.
So I'm thinking finals, we're getting Athena Mercedes. That's going to be tough, because either one of them could challenge Tekla at All In. I think the marquee match is Tekla and Mercedes, though. And that's going to be interesting as to who's going to be the face and who's going to be the heel on that one.
I think, Mercedes is in the middle right now.
Yeah, she most definitely is.
She says heel shit, but she's not wrestling like a heel.
No, she's been beating everybody clean. That's the one thing I'll say about it. She's beating everybody fair and square clean as a fucking new sheet.
And she hasn't really been putting crazy heat on folks either.
No, this is true. This is true.
It's very evenly matched. Mm-hmm. So even moments of self-doubt. So I think this will be her, she says this isn't redemption, but I think she'll end up being redeemed either way.
Yeah.
Especially based on who the fuck she's going up against.
And especially as we have time between now and Forbidden Door, so then we can kind of like drift her over a little more face-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's going to need all the support she's going to get against Tekla. Because Tekla's a fucking demon. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to be a great match. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Where we at?
All right. Oh, next up, we got Lexi in the back interviewing Brodito, and they are excited to be a tag team again. I was looking to see if there were any micro expressions on either on Brody's face to be like, man, but no, they were fine.
No, why would there be? Because honestly, they're one of the few tag teams, like we said, they're both doing well as singles, right? They've both contended for the world championship. They've both done great things. No need.
Yeah, no need at
all.
all.
You know what I'm saying? Let them, when they come back together, they come back together. Let it be smooth. These guys, nobody needs to turn on nobody on
The
this.
only reason I was checking was because I was like, is it too good to be true? I was like,
no,
I
like this.
I love it. I'm glad.
I love it. No, this is fine.
And like Bandito made it very clear he wanted to go after John Moxley's title, and then John Moxley comes in and says, now you know what you're asking for.
Yeah.
No Death Riders. No Brody.
Yeah.
All right. Shoot your shot.
This is going to be crazy. That's going to be another one. Forbidden Door is going to be insane.
It's going to be dope.
Like, Forbidden Door is about to be nutty. We was just talking about the Omega Zack Sabre match having the potential to steal the show. This match has the potential. We have a few matches. Swerve and Ospreay. This might be a pay-per-view of the year. We said that about Double or Nothing. This might be a pay-per-view of the year.
They're just killing it every show.
They're murdering this shit, bro. That's why I'm like, yeah, WWE can't fuck with these niggas when it comes to this pay-per-view shit. Like, it's not even a comparison. It's night and fucking day, bro.
Pretty much.
It is. And so it is what it, they have a cage match, I think, between Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, the Steiner, right? The young Steiner cage match. And that's the night before Hidden Door. What the fuck cage match you think I'm gonna be watching and paying attention to? Come on, bro. It's not even comparable. It's not even comparable.
I haven't watched the product enough to know. Is Braun Breaker as good as his dad?
Better.
Okay.
Well,
he's Scott's son, right?
He's
Rick's
Rick's son.
Oh shit.
Okay, so here we go with this. Because Rick was a fucking monster too when he was. But so I think that's high praise. But Braun, he came in singles. He came in, started singles the whole nine. So he's geared a little different. And so I think that is what kind of plays into that, is because Braun is just geared towards singles stardom, whereas Rick was with his brother. And Rick was a phenomenal athlete. I never saw Rick do a fucking top row Frankenstein. So to me, Braun is like Scott and Rick together. And so
I would after his uncle a little bit.
He has traits of both. He has traits of both. So I would give the edge to Braun on that. You know what I'm saying? Just because of what he's geared towards and how that's he's gonna win a world title. He's going to win one. So just by that virtue, I'd probably say him. But yeah,
I will say I think it's a tragedy that they don't let him keep the Steiner name. I think that's
fucking dumb. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think that's fucking dumb. Like, you got Cody over here with his name, but he barely had just got it back a few years ago, right? But they don't like having names they don't own. That's the crazy shit about it. And they need to get over that shit. You're a fucking billion dollar fucking corporation. You don't need to own all these niggas' names. Let some of these niggas have the names that are famous.
Yeah,
you know, because it just adds to it. It adds to the mystique. So
to the lore and
the lore of everything. And so yeah, but yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, of course. All right. So after that exchange, I'm excited about that match.
Yeah, I can't wait.
That's gonna be dope.
That's what I'm saying. I can't wait for Forbidden Door in general. They got so much shit on there, and they haven't even revealed everything. That's the crazy part.
So after that, we got Mercedes Moné versus Hazuki. This match was fucking
fantastic.
Oh God,
fantastic match.
If you needed a reminder, that Mercedes Moné was the shit.
Yeah,
here you go.
One of the greatest of all time. And Hazuki,
She's amazing.
If you don't know her, you do now, and you need to. We need more. I would love more.
That's one of the rare times I've ever seen somebody like interfere with the three amigos.
Yeah.
She went one, like Mercedes suplex one, suplex, roll the hips, pop the hips, suplex two, goes for three. Zuki's like, nah,
we ain't going.
And then Mercedes does something very clever by dragging her arm on top of the steel cable, the ropes.
Facts.
And Taz is like, yeah, man, you don't want to, them ropes hurt, man.
That shit hurts. If you ain't never ran them ropes before, because I done ran them plenty of times. If you ain't ran them before, they are, like my brother said, they are steel cable. They are not ropes. You feel what I'm saying? That you need to learn and master how to run a rope so you don't break your fucking neck.
I can only imagine, like, because they say you run them enough, you build up a bit of a callus in places.
This is true.
But imagine getting hit in a place where you have no callus. My God. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Smart.
Yeah.
Just Mercedes being a smart technician right there and innovative.
And a vet.
And a vet.
And the cool thing about it is that you can say that that's where the difference was, right? Because under the major lights, because Stardom is a great promotion. AEW is one of the two biggest promotions, so I would say those are the bright lights. So under the bright lights, Mercedes got more experience, and that's where this came down to. This had nothing to do with Hazuki being inferior because she just put on a fucking classic. This was a classic.
I believed a few moments that because she was gonna win, that she could win. Like I honestly and you can't. You not everybody can do that against somebody as popular and well assured as Mercedes.
Yeah, and just certain parts of this, like you said, it was just like, damn, she could really win this, and especially with Mercedes losing all her championships and actually having some losses to it made it more feasible that an upset could happen here.
Just the notion that she could have tapped out to her own move, the statement maker. My goodness, like
phenomenal shit. This was a fantastic match.
The reversals, the desperation, the drama, the athleticism. I'm like, yo,
I would love, and I don't know if this has already happened yet, but just based on this, and then based on the excitement I actually have for this Tekla and Starlight kid situation, I would love, because I know that they do the same thing with New Japan. They do the same thing with CMLL. I love it because they're already obviously working together. I would love a situation where we just regularly see Stardom talent. As some, like, you bring people in for a program with somebody, don't necessarily have to be a plethora of them, but trickle them in every now and again. Because if Hazuki's that good and Starlight's as good as I know she is, who else do they have there?
They probably have a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Now you're making me want to go watch some Stardom and get familiar with some people who might be showing up. Because I don't think this just stops here with Tekla. I think we have another month in between before All In. And there could be another challenge. So it's like, who else do they? I'm going to look. I'm going to do my research. I know a few. And if one of them that I'm thinking about shows up, I'm going to lose my fucking shit. Like, Miyu Yamashita. Look her up. One of the craziest kickers in the motherfucking world. I mean, her kicks will knock a motherfucker out. And I would love to see her in Tekla. I'd love to see it. Love it. So, Tony, you're cooking. Just keep on cooking, my nigga. Keep cooking. Keep adding the ingredients. Where we at?
Well, Mercedes.
Well, wait. Mercedes gets the win, right? Obviously,
with the statement maker has her in the center of the ring. Yep. Homegirl got no choice but to tap out.
Nothing else.
No shame.
No, and now Mercedes is heading to the final. She faces the winner of Maya World and Athena, which will happen on Collision. So I'm anticipating. If Maya World beats Athena, then I'm not gonna be mad at it because that's a Cinderella story, and you're pushing a new talent. If Maya World beats Athena, damn. Because I really do feel like Athena and Mercedes is just like a perfect made final. But Maya World has been on a roll, man. So she could pull the upset. It's interesting. It's interesting.
Now, here's what also what I think about Athena versus Mercedes is that last time we saw them in a ring together, they were tagging.
They were tagging, and that's the interesting part.
So that's like, hey.
No, that's why it's the interesting part. And they've intersected a couple times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like the Okada Takeshita situation where the first match was really good, but I know their second one's going to be better. I know it. And so that's why I'm just like, I'm looking towards Mercedes and Athena, but I wouldn't be surprised
if it's Maya versus Mercedes.
Yes, I wouldn't be surprised.
I think, it would be great for Maya as she grows out from under Homegirl's shadow, Athena's shadow. But on the other hand, having her go up against Athena would give her a real chance to show us how much of a face she's become. Because Athena she's
a stone cold heel.
Yeah, stone cold, no doubt about it.
Yeah, she's a stone cold heel.
So that reflection, that sort of juxtaposition would just shine through. Whereas Maya World feels like she's a budding face right now.
Yeah, she's rising. She's really rising. And if they do this right with Maya, in a year she'll be something super viable. Like I could see her with like a TBS championship. Because I've seen her matches. I knew about Maya World before she even came to AEW. I like to stay up to date with shit like that. So she's always been capable. Now AEW looks like they're about to actually invest in her. I'm interested. So let's see how this goes, man. Let's see how this goes. We'll know after Collision. But as far as this match goes, what do you rate it?
Oh man, this is a 4.4 for me. Good God.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 4.5. I didn't see no flaws in this match really. Like there's nothing. I'm
gonna change it to 4.5.
Yeah, because there was nothing wrong with this match. Like the only reason, and once again, I grade on the scale of the Owen on these matches, right? Just like we were talking about a couple weeks ago. And sorry about last week, folks. We had a power outage here. Otherwise, we would have been here last week for you. We know you was waiting a week for us overtime. But we had a power outage over here. Unless you wanted to just hear us in the shadows, nigga. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It wasn't going to work. But
audio only episode at that point.
It could have worked, but you don't want that. But 4.5 for me. There was nothing wrong with this match. I grade on the scale of the Owen. And I feel like these finals are where the 4.8s and 5s are going to be at. So 4.5 here. Yeah. Where are we at?
All right. So after that, we have a video package of My World and Athena. We just got to talking about their story.
About it. Yep.
Tony Schiavone, yay, has come out to basically welcome Swerve Strickland.
Okay, the face to face.
And Will Ospreay to the ring.
Face to face. This was interesting.
I feel bad for Tony in that he doesn't really have much opportunity to conduct these interviews.
Yeah.
The heel always tells him to shut the fuck up and leave the ring.
They do always do that.
They always do him like that. I'd be like, damn, let the man be like, and what do we don't get
that's
to see.
That's a tradition, nigga. That's get the fuck out the ring, Tony. That's a tradition right there.
He's like, I get it. Tony, you older, you just want to sit down anyway.
Yeah, you going out of here. You ain't got to
trying to do the mean
I ain't trying to stand up for 20 minutes and shit. You doing all that.
Sit down.
Making fucking facial expressions every time you say, let me sit down. Let me sit down. I'm 70. Nigga, I'm sitting down. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting down. But the gist of this was a really good face-to-face because there's history here between Ospreay and Swerve. They have a past.
They're like brothers.
They're like brothers, right? They've been in this for years together.
And surprisingly, I expected I really expected Swerve to come in hot and passionate and angry and even threatening. But Ospreay's like, "You ain't in my way, bruv. I'm a big show hat." I'm like, "Whoa, all right, Will."
Nah, Will's on some shit right now.
You know?
Will's on some, but you know what?
And then Swerve was the cooler head.
Change.
And I was like, Swerve said stuff that I could get behind.
Yeah.
Like, he's like...
Well, that's why we were talking about the tweener thing, right? So, yeah.
From his perspective, even though like the Death Riders are changing, it's like that's the continued story here is that like not everybody has seen them as on the side of the Angels, right?
Yeah, of course.
Which is good writing because back in the goddamn 80s, you know, if you had a character go from, you know, heel to face, everyone would just, all the other face wrestlers would be like, "We're glad you're on the good side now, buddy. Yeah. America." And here it's like, I haven't forgotten what the fuck they did.
Yeah, shit ain't sweet over here.
And you shouldn't forget either. And Will's like, "I haven't, but I had to let it go."
Yep.
And they actually helped me. And by the way, where were you? Which is a legitimate question to ask.
Yeah, you was doing hella crazy shit. Like, so it's like, you was on your own tier. So who are you to judge me? You know what I'm saying? And that's the gist of it. Is it's like they're switching positions for this in a couple of ways. And I like it because Will's gonna need an edge to not only get past Swerve, but to beat MJF. He's gonna need it. He's gonna need that killer instinct. Otherwise, MJF would just be the nigga that cheat, do the whole thing, and he's just gone. But this Will Ospreay, by the time he's done in this, because I do have him beating Swerve in the final. Simply because I just think All In, Ospreay, home country,
London,
winning the title, it just makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. Wembley Stadium, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
Why not? This is the time, right?
He's come back from the neck injury.
Everything.
He's forgiven his former enemies.
Yeah.
Give him the belt.
Yeah.
I don't like how Swerve's like, "Look, man, you convinced me to put my own ambitions aside for Hangman. Where is he now?
Yep.
Where is he now? Is he champion now? No. Should have just gone and got the belt for myself. Now you telling me I'm in your way? Fuck that." And I'm with that to a degree. It's like, yeah, Ospreay was right, but also, you know,
Swerve's not wrong.
Swerve's not wrong either. Yeah. And, you know, Swerve, you know, this was really good.
No, Swerve was not wrong in what he was saying. Ospreay wasn't wrong in what he was saying. I like this.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, we know this is going to be a 5-star match. That's kind of obvious. We know the two that are going to be in this. This is going to be a fucking classic. It's just, where do we go? And some people would pick Swerve. You know, Swerve's a friend of the fucking faction. We love Swerve. I'm just looking at the story.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at where it's going.
And we're looking at logically and what makes sense.
Now, but TK's he's pulled a rug or two from under niggas.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't think that they're going to miss this money. You feel what I'm saying?
No. They want a sold-out stadium in Wembley. You put him up for the belt.
Yeah.
And I will say this, too. If it were the other way around and we were going to Swerve's hometown.
Washington or something like that. Yeah, Seattle, Washington.
Yep. They totally would be like...
That'd be a different thing. But there's no doubt this is going to be a classic. So, yeah.
Man.
Nothing to complain about.
Yeah, I know this. And then the Death Riders come out because, you know, and there's a great segment that happens later, like when they go backstage and like Garcia's all like, "Yeah, man, you should have seen your and then like Will Ospreay grabs him, and then John Moxley, being the fucking voice of reason, just like, "Are you in control of yourself right now?"
Yeah,
and he's like, "No." He's got talk him down.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing, because Will's going through a change too, and he's gonna have to learn how to balance it. He's going to have to learn how to balance the killer with the man. And that's what the Death Riders are there for. So we're not done yet. The story's still cooking. And it's going to go all the way to Forbidden Door. Not Forbidden Door, but All In. It's going to go all the way through there. Like, I feel like his story arc. So, yeah. Where we at?
All right. Lexi interviews Jericho. And Jericho's like, yeah, She's like, well, what do you think about Tommaso? And he's like, this is wrestle. It's not a match.
Yeah.
Collision, right?
Yep.
This Saturday.
I can't wait.
It's gonna be good.
I'm gonna tune in.
Really, really good.
I'm most definitely tuning in on that.
And like, you know, it's he said it very flatly. He didn't make a bald joke, you know.
He could have, but he was playing into what Ciampa was saying, right? Basically being Jericho of old, more serious. And that's cool because then we don't have to see him just like one way for months on end. He can turn it on. He can be, you know what I mean? He could be that guy, but then he can also be the entertainer that we love, that we have loved for so many years. And that's why I like Jericho's situation right now, is because he's not beholden to a title match or anything right now, but the stories that he's making with people are really interesting, not just for the people he's facing, but for him too. It's because we get to see different facets. And I'm cool with that. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I like the concept of this feud. All of it.
It's great booking.
Yeah.
All right. So, after that, Mark Briscoe is in the back with the conglomeration. And he's just like, yeah, you got my boy Ishii, but let's be real. Ishii going to be back. He going to be good.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Right?
Yeah.
And, man, when MJF said earlier when he was like, people root for you, but they only root for you because they feel sorry for you and your brother died.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that MJF's like, yeah, that's fucked up. Like, that is fucked up. But also,
still, nigga, like, yeah. But even then, nigga, it is what it is, bitch. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I like MJF's situation, man.
And I'm not gonna lie, I really believed when he was like, yeah, that's fucked up that happened. Like, he was sincere in that
Everybody
moment.
loved Jay, man.
You know?
Everybody loved Jay Briscoe. Everybody respected Jay Briscoe. So you're not gonna hear people just like shit on him. And that's why I like the balance of that promo.
But you're still not getting this fucking title shot, motherfucker. Like, that's not enough.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So, you know, like, we need 2 more partners, and who are they gonna be? And he's like, well, I got somebody that wants revenge on Kyle Fletcher. And I was like, and then he's like, yep, it's Takeshita. It's Takeshita, motherfucker.
I like that.
Just goes up, like, yeah.
That's gonna be crazy.
And then like, I got somebody that's got beef with Kevin Knight. And I thought it was gonna be Speedball Mike Bailey. And I really like,
and that was
because it could have been him and then Darby Allin just walks up, and I'm like,
you're like, yes. But you know what else could have worked here? And I'm gonna say it one more time. You could have brought somebody who had beef with MJF.
Hangman.
No.
Oh.
Bobby.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That was like if they would have picked Bobby. Oh, I would have flipped my lid. But I do like the Darby edition because it's going to be this fucking matchup. This match at Forbidden Door is going to be batshit crazy. Just look at the guys involved. You know what I mean? Crazy.
And then, like, we get to the main event right after that. Like, I didn't realize how segment heavy this show was.
It was segment heavy.
I was like, oh my gosh.
But the matches were good.
And the segments, and I'm usually somebody that complains when we have more segments than wrestling. But the segments were all so damn good.
They were very good.
I can't even complain with about being overlogged with segments.
And also, it really filled out the card for Forbidden Door too. So which got us excited. So it's not something we like. If it was just segments that made no sense, made no progression, had nothing, then we'd be complaining.
Yeah.
But this built out the card beautifully, got us excited. Everybody had played their part. Got some interesting story beats. And a bomb-ass main event.
Oh, yeah. This main event definitely makes up for the opening match. And for there being, and I will say, for there being so few matches on the card, each match was, with the exception of the squash match, high quality.
Yeah, and that's why we don't complain.
Quality.
Because all of them were high quality, as you said. Let's get to the main event. This
from the rooter to the tutor.
Come
this
on,
shit
bro.
was fire.
Yeah, this was insane. I knew when we had the mixture of people that we had that this was going to be crazy.
Did you lose track of do you ever do this when you watch like a tag team match with more than like 3 people on each side? Do you ever lose track of who the legal person is?
Sometimes.
Because there is a moment where I swear the legal man was so and so. Everybody got in the ring. Nobody got fucking tagged, and then the legal man became someone else without being tagged. And I'm like, what?
Or we might have missed the tag.
Oh, we missed the tag.
You
at
know what I
some
mean?
point,
For
'cause
sure,
it's so
for sure.
crazy.
But it was chaos. This shit was chaos. But in the in betweens, great wrestling.
Oh yes.
Right. But the in between the chaos, great wrestling, and that's all you can fucking ask for, bro. That's all you can ask for, right? Like there were so many spots, right, and so many moments here.
There's the bit where, like, Briscoe's team was it Andrade in the corner, and first person gets up there, does the 10 punch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Mm-hmm. And the next person comes in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think the last person to try it was Orange, right?
Yeah.
And then, but then Homeboy's response is just to like lift Orange up out of the corner, so it doesn't quite go down. That was just fucking. I mean, every bit of this match was spectacular. Like it was so much fun.
Too many spots to name.
They wrestled their asses off.
All of them. Everybody. Like that's what I'm saying. Even the breakdown spots where everybody was just hitting shit and doing. Oh my god. Just insanity, bro. Like, and then
Okada had such a hard time trying to get the fucking Rainmaker off. It was crazy.
Yeah, and that's why I love stories. I love things that like make things different. And this match was just there were so many intertwining stories here, and and
they all had their moments, right? Freaking. Fucking Darby Allin, his first attempt to get at Mark Davis fails, but then when Mark Davis gets knocked out of the ring, Doyle, sorry. Yeah. Doyle gets out of the ring. He does the coffin drop on Doyle. Yep. Blam! You know what I mean? Like, the dive that was, like, I'm trying to remember who did the dive. There was a dive that was done on almost all the heels outside of the ring, and I'm like, who did the dive? Who did the dive?
Mark? Was it Briscoe?
I guess it was Briscoe.
I think, yeah.
As Briscoe just.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Like, no, just everything in this match. I have no complaints. And we're doing this again.
The ending was so sudden. Yeah. Like when he takes Roderick Strong's arm, was it? Mm-hmm. And then, like salt of the earth, it happened so blink quickly. Of an eye.
Yeah. But that's the salt of the earth, right? And that's reality too. It's an arm breaker. Somebody puts you in that position, it's over. You know what I mean? So no complaints there.
It came out of nowhere like the submission equivalent of an RKO.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
And I like that. Yeah, no, this was great. This was great. No complaints here. And they're doing it again in a week and a half with a steel cage. This shit is going to be crazy. Fuck, I can't wait. I cannot wait for Forbidden Door. Let's rate this match.
Oh my god, this match is this is a 4.5 if I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a 4.5. I'll match that. This was awesome. And once again, I'm grading on the scale of Forbidden Door now instead of the Owen, because if they just did that for free TV,
just imagine what they're gonna fuck?
do. Yeah, this shit is gonna be bonkers. AEW just knows how to do it, man. They've been booking the past couple months. I don't know, man, since 2026 really started. It's been picking up, and they're just fire right now. Man, Forbidden Door is going to be so fucking crazy. And then we got All In after that. Yeah, it's a win. It's a win. What do you grade the show overall?
I'll give the show let's see. Lowest score I have is a 4.3, right?
Yes.
Everything else has been 4.5, so I give it a
Go in the middle or something.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 4.4.
All right, I'm gonna match that. I really enjoyed everything. Like we said, it was segment heavy, but the segments were good. Everything told a story. Everything was good. I can't wait for Forbidden Door. We have one more week. The go home shows next week. AEW's been cooking. I'm looking to see what they're gonna do. how they're going to continue the excitement going into the following weekend. Yeah, nothing else to say, man. Plug yourself. Where can they find you? All the good stuff.
All right, you can find me at Xavier Lascano on X, formerly known as Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
You can check out this wonderful show every single week at the same time.
Yes.
You can take a look at. Please take a listen to The Day I Lost My Mind, which is everywhere where it's streaming.
It's going crazy.
It's got to loop the music in when I
when you got it, you got it.
There we go.
All right, man. So then, go to Work Fitness on Instagram. Go to Work Fitness on YouTube. Check out the show. Check out this show and the whole TKC situation, the Kingpin Collective YouTube channel, TKC Wrestling on Instagram. As he said, check that out. I'm out prepared for something new in a couple, and actually, maybe by the end of July, to check out, look for something new for me. I'm going to just drop it. I'm going to drop it on y'all fucking heads. As soon as I get the finished product, I'm just dropping it on you niggas. And that's just what it's going to be. But beyond that, check out everybody in the Kingpin Collective. And yeah, next week, like we said, go home show for Forbidden Door. Big things happening. I can't wait. I cannot wait. But until then, you feel me? You only have to know one freaking thing. Okay? One thing around the world. From Richmond, California, to down south in Southern California, to down south and down south. You feel what I'm saying? To the Midwest, East Coast, shout out to our boys down there. And, even all the way in the motherland. All the way in Uganda. All the way over there where they wrestle in the mud. You feel what I'm saying? They know the same thing that we know, the same thing that you know. These kings wear crowns over here. We'll see you next week.